Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today sees the presenter in both an insecure and at the same time lecherous mood. These two behaviours are strange bedfellows, but indicate that he may be on the verge of cracking up. The sooner, the better. 08459 555 678. Is that our number? Was that the whole number that I just gave? 08459 555.
Sorry.
Why did you listen? See if I make a mistake.
I was talking to Emma.
You were not.
Emma was mouthing something over to me, and I couldn't get what it was.
What was it?
I couldn't make out.
Go on, get her to mouth something to me.
No.
Go on. I had no fun this weekend at all. Go on, get her to... Emma, go on, mouth something
No,
at me.
she
Go
won't.
on.
No.
Look, ask her to lean over.
No.
Come on, Emma. Go on, mouth something at me. Any other thing. Go on.
No.
Go on. Woo! I enjoyed that. You didn't see what that was. She turned her back to you and mouthed something at me, and I know what she said. She said, "My husband is asking for you." Great broadcasting opportunities don't grow on trees, and the presenter is well aware of this, and so is rightly angry when the prospect of making broadcasting history slips through his fingers due to the insolence and indeed indolence of the staff, or as Hugo puts it, the people who work for him. Listen, look, there's another interview that you missed.
What?
Look at this here. Now, I got this morning, and I thought that you would have set this up.
What's your levels like?
They seem to be all right to me. What are the people saying?
Sound a bit loud.
That's only because I'm brash.
Oh, that's something. Well, yeah.
It's only because I'm brash. Here's one. I mean, I expected this interview to be set up when I came in here this morning. You're not doing your job.
What is it?
It's Gabby Logan talking about sustainable living. I mean, how did you miss that?
I'm blaming Emma.
Emma, don't let him blame you. I mean, that should have leaped up at you this morning. Gabby Logan talking about sustainable living. She's available at 1 o'clock today. And other people are getting her. Alan Simpson talking to her.
I apologise.
And everything. And what about your man didn't get fired out of The Apprentice, the man from Cookstown?
Who?
Jim Eastwood. Do you not know anything?
What Eastwood see?
Barney's son.
See anything to
I
Barney?
have no idea. Well, everybody from Cookstown is called Eastwood, so I don't know. Anything to Clint, you say? I really don't know. He was fired from The Apprentice last night.
Who's that?
Hello?
Yes?
He was fired from The Apprentice last night.
I don't think it's very funny.
It's not supposed to be funny.
Eh?
It's not supposed to be funny. Well, me, Elma Titter.
What?
It's not supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be funny. It's serious about people making money. It's not supposed to. Did you think it was a comedy?
Yeah, I thought about it. Is it not like The Office?
No, it's not. It's very. It's funny in a weird way.
Yeah.
It's people pretending to be stern. And Alan Sugar's like a big pantomime villain. He doesn't believe a word he says. And it's
Is that not scripted?
No, it's not. But it's
I
more
thought
or less.
it was
It kind of is in a way. Did you think it was a play?
I thought it was a series.
No, it is a series.
But you understand, I thought it was a wee, like
It's very false.
like compact.
That was in 1958. No, it's not a series, and it's not a comedy, and it's not compact. What it is, it's a bunch of people trying to impress the TV cameras so that they will be able to go to big do's and eat big feeds in Brussels, as someone once accused John Hume of doing.
So they're not actors.
They are, well, they more or less are. They're all acting anyway.
That's what I
The
thought.
biggest ham of them all is Alan Sugar.
Yeah, that's right. But Alan Sugar, that's...
I'm firing you. You're no good. They're all like kind of Jeremy Clarkson type of things. But what would the Ulster poet say about that? Well, I'm glad you asked me. I'm sitting here looking up at Sol, looking at Slemish, where St. Patrick himself herded a few sheep. St. Patrick, of course, as you know, is the man who invented Catholics. And look at the trouble that caused. I'm looking up and I'm saying, that long lad Eastwood out of Apprentice, if I had been anything to do with it, I would have given them the money. See, apparently Alan Sugar gives $250,000 of his own money to the person who wins, and that person goes on to the business, and perhaps a little slice, or as they say in The Sopranos, I'll have a little taste of that. Was that a convincing mafia accent?
Not really.
It's good to get an alternate point of view from someone even more mentally unbalanced than the presenter. Seems to even things up somehow. Great show last week, kid. Great shows which kept many directors of News Corp International from leaping out of the windows of skyscrapers. Sources close to New Corp said old Rupert Murdoch was slowly making his way towards an upper window, and he was trying to defenestrate himself when he heard Mr. Coyle say, "If I had to live my life over again, I'd be a barnacle scraper in a marina." This stopped him in his tracks, and he said, "Now, there's a man with more than his share of sorrows, If that man above all other men can still dream, then by Ayers Rock, of course, known to the Aborigines as Holo, 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 I will stand my ground and see this thing through. Rupert staggered back to his throne and yelled, "Bring me the ginger minx! That is Rebecca Brooks." She was dragged in, thrown at the master's feet. "Rebecca," said the press baron, "you've been like a daughter to me, but I must now throw you to the wolves. I must protect my son. I will never give up my little James, do you hear me? Never, never, never," paraphrasing Ian Paisley when he was at his best. Tommy my cat paced up and down and said, "I wonder did the news of the world hack into my phone? Who would want to listen to your mewlings?" I scoffed. Tommy coughed and said, "Over the years I have had secret and protracted conversations with Stephen Nolan." I looked him up and down. "Were you in some kind of relationship with the Oval One?" "Platonic," said Tommy, "purely platonic. We'd go out to dinner, maybe see a show, and then go back to Stephen's house for crisps, chocolate and cake and Coke and hamburgers and cheese and pizzas and roast beef and chicken and turkey and quail. Tubby would then put on a little Barry White, and we'd just sit there telling lies about Jerry Anderson. "You're playing a dangerous game, Tommy." Tommy bit his nails and said, "Do you think our innocent, purely platonic friendship could be misconstrued?" "Of course it could. You must come clean, call a press conference," which is why you saw Tommy on TV making rambling, veiled references to that man, Stephen Nolan. A lady tires of Coyle's ennui and offers herself as a replacement. She feels that a woman's touch is needed on the programme, as Emma and Janet seem defeated. Perhaps what is needed is a strong woman to shape the programme into something intelligible, or maybe even borderline normal. I wish you would consider getting a female sidekick, like Radio 1 and BBC 2 have on their shows. A female presence would add a great deal to your show. Sean Coyle often interrupts you and spoils your stories.
Oh.
You'd be telling a joke or a story which you haven't heard, and he stops you. Just because he has heard it, he shouldn't interrupt you. You know, I'm always saying that to you. Half the time he sounds depressed and preoccupied with himself. He's got you in one. This occurs so often, I'm desperate for a change. He seems to enjoy only sports references, which I dislike. You, on the other hand, always seem to care about the listener's interests and needs. For all your Radio Ulster needs, it's Radio Ulster.
He's really got you wrong, anyway, hasn't he?
She has.
Oh, she?
She.
What's
See, women understand me. See, men like you don't like me. Men don't like me. Women know that underneath this...
I'm not a man, by the way.
What are you?
I'm just a person.
You're a man.
Not.
If somebody said, "Are you a man or a woman?" what would you say?
I would say...
Neither?
I'm not a man. There's men. People grow...
A man is a man.
No.
A man is a male.
You have grown into a wee man.
A wee compact man.
You're a wee man.
My mother used to always say...
Do you remember that?
My mother would say, if we were walking along the street when I was a kid, she'd say, "Look at that man over there." I said, "What man is that?" "That wee compact man."
Well,
Are there any compact men anymore?
Tell me, are you a wee low set man?
Or a wee well set up man?
No, a wee low set.
There was wee low set men,
Yes,
and there was wee well set up men, and then there was wee compact men. Remember wee compact men? They looked as if everything was all squeezed into one.
Yes, that was wee barley men. Wasn't it? Yeah, but you're a
Wee men that looked as if they should be taller, and the body was squeezed into a small body. And they always had suits that were too tight, wee compact men. And they always had kind of broad shoulders and bellies, remember? As if they were all bursting out. What happened to those? They're all wearing tracksuits now. You can't see a light of a man now. All you can see, I seen a great man the other day with his belly hanging over his trousers. Do you know the way sometimes men... Remember, a long time ago, men used to have trousers. And because they had a big, big belly, they had to really tie the belt on really tight to keep the trousers up.
Disgusting looking.
And actually, it's just, like, unbelievable. I mean, if they have the belt on normally, the trousers fall down because the belly forces the trousers down. Yeah. So what you have to do is just, it's like a tourniquet. And the big belly's going... The presenter is forced to deny that he was ever a witch. Such denials are seldom heard on the network, such as Radio 2 or Radio 4, although there was a time when he came close.
I was speaking to a man last night, and he said that if you attempt to run the New York Marathon, it will kill you.
Somebody said to me, "How long is it?" And I said, "Until I hear the ambulance." Well, I'm going to be careful. Don't worry. Tell that man, whoever he may be, there's no need to worry about me because I know the extent, that I know the pain, the punishment that my body can take. and I will pack up long before I reach
This
that
man that I
point.
was talking to last night told me that you told lies on the radio about a school play that you were in, that you played the witch. He played the witch.
He did play the witch, and I can name him.
Can you?
Yes, Willie Donaghy.
Is correct.
He played the witch, and
Yeah,
I
he played the
played. I didn't say. I said another man played the witch.
All right.
I told you the whole point of the story was that I played the girl.
That's what I said. Yes,
I
he
wore a
says-
pair of knickers.
He says you did. You played the girl.
I wore a pair of knickers and a dress. It took me 10 years to live it down. Mm-hmm. Well, what are you on about then?
Well, I don't know. He just said to me last night.
Who does he think he is? Just because he's the witch, he thinks he can do anything?
Apparently, you auditioned for the witch, but you didn't get the part.
That's right. They didn't want me. They said, "Oh, he's a born girl, that wee fella there. Get the knickers out. Fit him up for the knickers." But the thing about that is that I've often auditioned for masculine parts, turned down. I get the.
There's a call for you.
I know. I understand. You struck a nerve there.
Yeah.
It's not easy for me having to relive those days when I was always rejected. Who does he think he is? Witch. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.